Here at Billd, we see one thing pretty clearly. The repayments chain in construction is broken.
I think there needs to be more innovation.
Every time I've done it, there's like an aha moment.
Yeah.
It's always something different. It's just not monotonous.
Hey, thanks for joining us at the Billd Construction Roundtable. My name's Russ Briscoe. I'm our VP Sales at Billd, and I am delighted to be joined today by three super smart gentlemen who are totally going to outmatch me in all which directions construction. That's why we've got them here, representing different angles and sides of our big industry. To my left, thanks for joining us, Jason Biter with J.E. Dunn. To my right, far right, Ryan McClagan. Nailed it?
Nailed it.
First try, nailed it. Ryan's with Texas Air Systems. Mm-hmm. Looking forward to our conversation. Thanks for hanging out. And to my immediate right, the godfather of mechanical construction in Central Texas. Is that fair to say?
Sure.
Okay. Mike Irwin with SI Mechanical. Mike, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for having me.
To kick it off, here at Billd, we see one thing pretty clearly. The repayments chain in construction is broken. Strong businesses struggle with cash flow due to slow pay. For example, general contractor side, 70 to 75 days to get first payment. On the subcontractor side, 85 to 90 days on average to get first payment. How does the brokenness of that repayments chain show up and affect each of your guys' respective industries or businesses within industry? So I'll kick it to you first, Mike, on the subcontractor side.
So on our side, our terms have not gone that far. Most of ours are about 60-day turnaround. Occasionally they stretch out to 72. But from a subcontractor side, a lot of times if you do have a general contractor that is slow pay, whether it's their fault or the property owner, it does stress that relationship between our firm and the supplier that we're buying the equipment or materials from. Sometimes to an extent where one project that is slow paying, the supplier may choose to put us on hold on a completely unrelated project, and that we're seeing that more frequently this year.
Why would something kind of trickle slowly to a GC from the property owner side?
From a general contractor's perspective, at least the clients that we have, we're pretty fortunate. Traditionally, it is about a 30-day, 60-day turnaround period. Granted, there could be some holdups, but I mean, for the most part, we understand that cash is king, and our trade partners can't be strained. I mean, we're a large company, but collectively in all our projects that we do across the country, we really reach out to small business participation.
Yep.
And those type of companies do struggle. Our clients understand the importance of cash and to keep the process going, and how challenging it is out there in the marketplace today, that it's in their best interest too to keep cash flowing to get these guys paid, because we want to get ahead of the curve. Some of the challenges come in on more of the larger procurement side. They're looking for like 50% deposit. If you want to place an order on this product, on this piece of equipment, this widget, we need 50% down, and that doesn't bode well with some of our clients. Like, no, we want to see it on site, but it's just like, given the current market conditions, we have to pay these vendors up front.
Let me do this. Let's walk through the pay app process. So subcontractors on site, boots on ground, 30 days worth of work is done, installations made, submitting a pay app to get paid for that progress payment, right?
So generally, we follow the terms of whatever our customer is, and in most cases it's the 20th of the month.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Your pay app is due to the general contractor by the 20th, some are the 25th.
Yeah.
And you have to project through the end of the month.
Right.
Which sometimes creates challenges because vendors are notorious for slipping invoices in on the 30th or the 31st of the month. GC has their walk usually right after the first of the month with the owner, I'm assuming, and then there's about a 30-day period for approval and then it has to turn around and come back to the GC. And
That's
then,
right.
And then come back to us, and that's where you get that 60 days.
That's right, Mike. Why is like net 30 seemingly the standard repayment term when in fact it seems like it's really theoretical that a sub is going to be in a position to use funds that flow through construction to actually make that payment on day 30.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's driven from the bottom up, right? Whether you're buying copper, stainless steel, or metal, any manufacturer's got payment terms with those material vendors that are net 30, and then they go make a piece of equipment, and then so they'll either sell through a distributor or a manufacturer's rep or direct to a mechanical. So they're following the payment terms from the commodities market, and then it just kind of follows suit. So they're giving us net 30 terms, and so then we give them net 30 terms, and then it kind of rolls uphill essentially. So
I mean, it's funny you make that comment because it's the same thing. It's like I'm looking to protect my prime contract says net 30, so it's a pass through flow down the other direction.
Right.
So there's always going to be that clash in the middle.
Guess who's
so
in the middle?
it's that's where the challenge is.
That's right.
Yeah.
and I think it's a big prohibitor of growth, right? For these subs is, if they're in the middle, they're just never going to grow because they're constantly trying to figure out how to make the process more efficient and get more cash. So
Right. So it is point blank a brokenness. Are you guys all seeing it, or is it not?
I don't want to say it. I don't think I understand what you're saying is
Yeah.
brokenness, but it's kind of the norm.
Right.
That's how we work.
the way it's
Right.
always
It's
been.
the way it's
Way
always been,
right?
and we understanding it. Like I said, with some of our smaller trade partners, Hub in the state of Texas, if they're really struggling, they said sometimes we'll play banker and help them out at a time because it's the right thing to do. But when there's going to be delay,
yeah,
and it's our job then to try and educate the clients, understand this is why we need to do that because a lot of clients like I'm paying for something and it's just to get an order. I'm like, that's the way the market's going now.
Right.
So there's a lot of education that has to take place with the clients to understand that process, to try and help it, to ease the pain, to keep the cash flow.
Are you guys, in other words, saying that money moves efficiently in construction? Everything flows efficiently, but for at the top.
I think it depends on the owner and the general contractor. Because we have customers, we have general contractors we do work for, and we actually work direct with some owners, sometimes the same owner that the general contractor's working for, and we get paid 30 days. If we work direct and we work through a GC, we get paid 72 days. So then you got to wonder okay, what's going on here.
Yeah, that's right.
But then we've got other general contractors that work with owners, and the owner pays quick, the GC pays quick, and so money flows very, very efficient in those scenarios, and we tend to lean more towards soliciting work from those people that pay extremely well.
Payers,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let me ask this, and we'll go around the horn here. Shoot, maybe I'll even answer. With all this being said, need for education, how things seemingly are changing lately, how there's inefficiencies from both directions. Why do you do what you do? Why are you in construction?
That's a
Why do
good
you do
question.
what you do?
I think construction and the HVAC personally it's the largest consumer of energy in the world, and so you see commercial buildings and just the future of how we live, go to work. It's a fun place to be because that's where a lot of technology is, and a lot of the green and decarbonization and everything is around commercial industrial buildings and how we make those more efficient. So it's fun, it's challenging, it's very hard, but it's also fun to be a part of the big picture. So
Heck yeah, I agree with you. What do you think, Mike? Why are you in the middle, punching both directions?
It's fun because it's challenging. There's always new technology coming out. You get to work with a lot of different people, a lot of think tank, problem solving type scenarios that make the job rewarding. Plus, you're driving around, you get to say, hey, I built that, or
That's it.
our company built that. So to me, it's a very rewarding job. It's challenging, and it's always something different. It's just not monotonous.
That's
You're
right.
always being challenged.
Yeah. Problem solving.
Mhm.
And, leaving something in the ground as well.
Sure.
Yeah. What do you think?
This is having such a positive impact on the community. It makes you feel good. I mean,
Yeah.
and to the point that there's the solid evidence to drive by and say, man, I was a part of building that. It just makes you feel good.
Yeah.
There's something tangible you can always relate to 20 years down the road.
Yeah.
I mean, I was back in a city that I lived in for 12 years, and my daughter was 2 years old when we left. And I took her around town. I said, Dad built that, Dad built that, Dad built that. It was like a
yeah.
sense of pride.
Heck
You feel good about it because
Yeah.
it does have such a positive impact on the community.
Yeah.
And to what Mike said, every day is a different challenge. You don't know what's going to happen. So, I mean, get your adrenaline going.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is we deal with people all the time. You know,
Yeah.
from trade partners to my team to
Right.
architects, engineers to the clients. I mean, that whole relationship component is you feel good because you're having a positive impact. It's
Right.
like, hey, we want to build this, and I want to help you see your dream come to reality. So it's
Right.
you got the physical asset that gets done, but in the same time frame, you build these long-term relationships with clients and trade partners. And
Yep.
you can feel good about yourself at the end of the day.
I didn't hear maximize shareholder value. I didn't hear, increase quarter over quarter profit. Each one of you gentlemen talked about product on job. And how can y'all work together as efficiently and honorably as is possible to get something built, right?